Hi guys! Welcome back to the Leslie Lou channel, and if you are new on the channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Alessia, I'm Italian, and about 1 year ago I left Europe together with my Swedish boyfriend Vincent to go traveling from Hong Kong, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia, Malaysian Borneo, Indonesia, Singapore, and now Australia. We are in Australia from about 5 months, and I thought that today I will talk to you a little bit about what you can see on the east coast of Australia. Many of you might be wondering about what are the highlights of the east coast. So this is the moment that I introduce the east coast map, either here or here. So Cairns is the biggest city of the north of Australia and is also the perfect getaway to the Great Barrier Reef. I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the most famous reefs in the whole world and it's dying, so you gotta get there before it happens. Also, Cairns is a very nice town, full of parties, lots of fun going on, so you can spend there many days without getting bored at all. If you drive 3 hours north of Cairns, you can reach Cape Tribulation, which is a very cool place because it gets the oldest rainforest in the whole world. And also in Cape Tribulation you have 2 heritage sites in one, the rainforest and the Great Barrier Reef. You can do tons of very cool activities like horse riding by the beach, night walks, snorkeling. 1 hour south of Cairns you can reach the Atherton Tableland, and that's another very cool place because you have again the rainforest, amazing waterfalls and lakes, and just have a very fun day out. Keep moving south the coast, you can reach Mission Beach, which is very famous for doing water rafting. And after Mission Beach you can reach Magnetic Island. Magnetic Island is a very nice escape for a few days where you can get to cruise the island on your own with a car. You can also rent a Barbie car if you may fancy. You can spot koalas, you can hold koalas. It's a very nice place, and you can do lots of bushwalking as well. And then you will reach Airlie Beach. Airlie Beach is a very nice cute town and is the perfect getaway to the Whitsundays Island. If you don't know what are the Whitsundays Island, I'm gonna show you this picture of the most famous beach on the Whitsundays, which is Whitehaven Beach. Right, it's like a postcard, it doesn't even look real. It's considered the most beautiful beach in Australia, and the Whitsundays are 74 tropical islands that you can get to explore by cruising them. So you can stay overnight on a sailing boat and have tons of fun while sailing those islands. South of Airlie Beach we have the town of 1770, where you can do very fun activities like scooteroo. You can drive around with this fake Harley Davidson. They give you jacket, they give you transferable tattoos, so you're gonna feel like a proper badass. And you can watch the sunset there. The town of 1770 is one of the only places on the east of Australia where you can watch the sunset, because usually it's on the west coast. You can also get to live like a survivor, get off of the coast and reach a little island where you're gonna basically just fish and survive like Robinson Crusoe. How cool is that? And south of 1770 you will reach Rainbow Beach, which is the gateway to Fraser Island. Fraser Island is an absolutely insane place. It's the biggest sand island in the whole world and is the only place on earth where the rainforest grows on sand. Do you need anything more? The perfect way to visit Fraser Island is by a tag-along tour where you get to drive, if you want, a 4WD car and just drive along the beach because there are no roads. The highway is actually the beach, and explore amazing places like Lake Mackenzie, Lake Wabe, Indian Heads, Ailey Creek, the Mahina Shipwreck. There are tons of things to do, so you will probably want to stay there a few days, and with this kind of tour you will also get to camp on the island, which I think is a pretty cool thing to do. Keep going south from Rainbow Beach, you reach the town of Noosa, which is a very up-and-coming popular destination. It's very laid back, it's a very cool, it has a very cool structure, this town, and you can do lots of hike, reach natural parks, lookout points, beautiful beaches, so it's a very nice place to spend a few days. You can also reach Fraser Island from Noosa if you want. One of the perfect day trip from Noosa is the Everglades. If you don't know what an Everglade is a saltwater swamp, and there are only two in the world. One is Noosa and the other one is in Florida in the US. And this kind of landscape attracts a lot of wildlife, and it's just a beautiful setting to spend the day. In certain points of these Everglades there are certain algae in the water that they make the water look like a mirror, so I think it's a very, very cool place to visit. And going south of Noosa, you reach the city of Brisbane, which is nice to spend a day or two and get back into a bigger city kind of vibe. Keep going south from Brisbane, you can reach the Gold Coast Surfers Paradise, which is the Miami of Australia. Lots of party going on over there. If you like that kind of stuff, there are lots of theme parks, SeaWorld, Movie Worlds and Dream Worlds. And I think it looks pretty cool how the skyline is just by the beach, so it's a very nice stop as well along the coast. Keep going south till you reach Byron Bay. Byron Bay is the dream place for surfers, hippies, backpackers, super laid back, lots of vegan food if you like it, and you can do dolphin kayaking where you are guaranteed to see dolphin. If you're not gonna see them, you can keep going and going kayaking until when you see them. This is how much you are sure to see dolphin. And a nice day trip that you can do from Byron Bay is the city, or the town, more the town of Ninbin, which is a hippie town. It started like a festival, and after that it became so popular that all the hippies all around Australia, they moved there, and it turned out to be a proper town. A little bit more south of Byron Bay you can reach Spot X, which is the perfect place if you want to learn to surf. It's also a national park, so it's a beautiful setting all around, very quiet beaches, very peaceful and relaxing, and it's just as you would picture the Australian life. So you will get to surf during the day and drink some beer by the beach at the end of the day and just embrace the Australian lifestyle basically. And then of course you will reach Sydney. Do we need to say anything about Sydney? Opera House, Bondi Beach, Sydney Bridge. You can also do a very cool day trip to the Blue Mountains, which is a kind of a hiking trip. So if you want to get out of the city and immerse yourself in the nature. So that was pretty much it about the East Coast. Of course, consider that you can do tons of sports. You can do skydiving in a lot of different spots all around the East Coast, as you can do bungee jumping in Cairns. That's the only place actually in Australia where you can do bungee jumping. So let's cover a moment how you can move around the East Coast. You can of course buy your own van or your own car and drive all around. It might be pretty expensive and the distances are very, very far. So the highest recommended transport is actually the hop on hop off bus with Greyhound or Premier buses, which are covering the whole East Coast. So you can decide to buy a ticket from Cairns to Sydney, or from Brisbane to Cairns, or from Sydney to Cairns. So you can decide among a selected list of destination, departure and destination, and you can literally hop on and hop off those buses and stop in between. Keep in mind that the East Coast is very, very popular. The majority of the tourists, they will go there, and it's very possible that many of these attractions are going to be fully booked, so you might find yourself too stuck in Early Beach because there are no spots left for the boat of the same day or of the next day, so you need to wait a few days. So highly recommended to book your trip in advance, or at least part of your trip. I know that many of you are gonna they like to be spontaneous. I am one of those. Wherever I traveled around Southeast Asia, I like just to arrive there and do my things while I was there, but with Australia it's a little bit more complicated. There are less company operating all around the country, and all the major sites, they are very popular and they get sold out. So recommended to book in advance. I highly recommend it to visit the East Coast. And you might say, like, who are you to know that? Well, I'm working at a travel agency from a few weeks ago, and I will be able also to organize this tour for you if you might be interested, so don't hesitate to leave a comment down below and I can help you to plan your trip. And also in 2 weeks me and Vincent, we are going to Fraser Island and the Whitsunday Island, so that's gonna be so interesting, and we are gonna be vlogging every single day, so if you wanna see actually how it is day-by-day travel lifestyle of the East Coast, keep watching. I hope you found this video interesting. I'm thinking about doing different parts, so talking afterwards about Tasmania, the Red Centre, the West Coast, and covering pretty much all the Australian sites. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Ciao!